Hey guys, Greenbird here. Hope everyone's doing awesome. Sorry about the noise in the background. I'm near a major road, but you know what? We'll just work with it. So today I want to talk to you about an item that I discovered. Actually, my wife, my beautiful, wonderful wife, discovered and gave it to me as a Christmas present. This is actually not it, but it was a different version of it. This is something that I think everybody should have in their pack, everybody should have in their car, their storm kits. It's something that I never even knew existed. Doesn't matter what brand you get, they all basically work the same, but this is what we're working with today. And these are reusable hand warmers. And the reason that I think they're so important is because, you know, if you put these in your pack, it's a renewable resource. It's something that you can bring back to life and use over and over and over. So, you know, as far as taking up space in your pack, it's not one of those items that once you use it, it's done. It's either trash or, you know, it's spent, that sort of thing. If you have these in your pack, you can bring these back to life, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a second. So, the ones in these packs happen to be blue. I don't know why they're different colors. The one that my wife got me for Christmas is this yellow one. And so these are hand warmers, body warmers. You know, they're good for whatever you're going to use them for. Again, sorry for the traffic in the background. It's just what we're dealing with today. So if you can see in here, there's a little metal, not disc, it's an oval shape. And it's in the shape where you can kind of pop it back and forth, and that's what activates the chemicals in here and creates the heat. So I'm going to go ahead and maybe I can zoom in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and pop that, show you what it looks like. So here we go. Now you can see it's starting to crystallize. And it starts to become hard too. It's like kind of a consistency of like Play-Doh. Now instead of, and it's getting really warm. This is really warm. This is way warmer than any of the, you know, the iron oxide hand warmers that you get. This puts off some really good heat, and it lasts a lot longer too. Yeah, this is this is a lot of heat. I apologize for my hands. I'm suffering from a little bit of wintertime dermatitis. I have lotion for it, but you know, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, this is really, really warm. I can see putting this, you know, against your body and your pockets, obviously for hands in your gloves and so forth. This one I've tested before. These other ones here I have not tested, so I'm going to do kind of a comparison to see if maybe they're not all the same. And then go ahead and show you how you reconstitute these, or at least I'll probably just talk about it. Maybe I'll do another video on how you reconstitute was a terrible word to use, but how you bring these back to the original form so that they're usable for a second use. Yeah, this is really, really warm, guys. So I'm going to zoom back out again, and I'm going to stick this over here. We'll see if, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but we'll check back and see if it's still warm. So you can see a little metal disc in there. This is the other brand. This is the brand that I just got off of Amazon. I wasn't even really specific. I just looked for the cheapest brand because these are basically all the same. It's a chemical compound in there. It looks like on the screen to me everything is backwards. I hate it when that happens, but hey, just put the video in a mirror and you'll see. It is... yeah, I don't even really know. I can't tell. But so let's pop one of these and see. This one's still warm. Still way warm. Man, these things work great. All right, let's pop one of these. So this one's blue instead of yellow. Let's see what happens as it crystallizes. Gotta find that. A little harder to find that. There we go. Found the metal tab, pop it up. Almost like those slap bracelets that we all had in the 80s. Alright, this one's a little bit slower to activate, but it is activating. Yeah, there we go. So it's a little slower to activate, but you can see how it crystallizes and starts to grow. chemical compound. Yeah, this is warm. Very, very warm. Oh yeah, that is way warmer than any of the iron oxide hand warmers I've tried. So, I mean, you could put this in, I mean, this should be like a fire extinguisher. You should have these things everywhere. Oh yeah, this one's, ouch, this one's even warmer than the other one. It's almost hot. This one you might want to put maybe a cloth around, or put it against your body if you have, you know, a thick shirt on or something like that. Yeah, this is almost burning my hands. Anyway, this is something that is great to put like in your glove box, in your storm kit, in your bug out bag, you know, any place you think you might use it. Bring a couple to work. I mean, you never know. You know, if you do something like construction or an outside job where you want to be able to stay warm, this is something that you can use multiple times, because at the end of this I'll show you how you, or I'll tell you how you bring these back to its original form once it's done. Let's check on this one. This one's still warm. Not nearly as warm as this one. There is a difference in these brands, I think. This one is extremely warm. Like I said, almost hot. If it was any hotter, you wouldn't be able to keep it against your skin. Wow. And this came in a pack of 8, or an 8-pack, rather. Sorry, words are hard. Deal with me. So there's 8 of these in here, and I think, I'm not sure exactly why the shapes are different. Some of them might be for hands. Some of them might be to put against your body. I'm not exactly sure, or it could just be, you know, a random thing where they come in different shapes for no apparent reason at all. I've noticed that a lot of stuff is like that, kind of like a marketing gimmick. But this is still really, really warm. This right now is about as warm as this one was when I popped it. This one's still warm though. This one is still warm. I probably won't run this video until it gets cold, because I don't know, these might last 25-30 minutes. So I know this one, the first time I popped it, it lasted a good half hour. Well, I mean, yeah, probably about a half hour or so, maybe closer to 20 minutes. I might be exaggerating a little bit there. I mean, it's hard to tell because it still retains its heat. It's not as hot, but it retains its heat. These are like really, really hot. This one here is really, really hot. This has not lost any of its intensity as far as the heat is concerned since I popped it. I know you're not going to be able to see it, but I'm going to go ahead and just put this against my body. Let's see if I can feel it through my shirt. Yeah, I can. Yep, I can feel that heat through my shirt. So this is definitely something you could use. Let's try that again just to make sure. Yeah, it takes a second. But yeah, I can really feel that through my shirt. So you could use these in an emergency situation to, you know, warm your vitals. Obviously, it's great to keep your hands and feet warm as well. But you know, if it's an extreme situation, I'm gonna do this side of my fingers because they're starting to get a little cold. There's no snow here, but it is chilly today. We've not gotten a lot of snow for Maine, to be honest with you. Very, very little snow so far. I think we're just in one of those climate cycles that is not as snowy. A few years we'll get back into the snowier cycles. It's just the way it is. Yeah, this is really, really warm. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to show this to you so that you could just know that it's out there. I had no idea that this was out there until my wife got me this for Christmas. Not this, but this one here. And these do turn into kind of like, it feels like there's sand in there afterwards. And I think I'm gonna, let's crack another one. Let's crack one of the round ones, see if the round ones are any different. Let's see here. So we cracked it. See how you can see that crystallizing on the edges, working its way outward. And that's hot. Man, these are really impressive. You can kind of smush it around a little bit. If all the heat is in one spot, all the crystals are sort of isolated into one area, you can swish it around. And this is really hot. Like I said, I can barely keep my hand on it. And it's really cold out right now. Not really cold out, I shouldn't say that, but it's probably in the 20s right now. Cold enough to where you can tell if these are working or not. So you're probably waiting for the answer of how do you get these back in working order. So the way that you get these back from this form to this form is really easy, and this is why I think it's such a great item to have in your bag. Whether it be a camping bag, a hiking bag, a bug out bag, car kit, storm kit, whatever it is you have, the way that you get these back to its original state is that you take a pan, you boil some water, you bring it down to a simmer. You can keep it at a boil. I had a hard time keeping it at a simmer. It always tended to get back to a boil. And you boil them for about 15 minutes. And at which time you'll see, I mean, it'll be visually apparent that it's back into its liquid form. And, you know, that's really all there is to it. I mean, these have a nice thick plastic coating on them. I was concerned that being on the bottom of the pan might melt the plastic, so I kept flipping it over with a fork, but it really is, it's a losing battle, because you can flip it over with your fork, but it's just on the other side, and it's just as hot. It's just something that I guess I did to make myself feel better, but I don't think it's really necessary. You could probably put like a little rack in the bottom of your pan, like a steaming rack, or you know, something just to keep it off the bottom of the pan, like a screen, if you are concerned about that. I was only concerned about it because I didn't want chemicals being exposed to my expensive cooking pans. I spent good money on those pans. They're not cheap pans, so I didn't want to take a chance on getting chemicals all over them. But this is really, really warm. So anyway, guys, I hope you found this informative. Please jump on Amazon, grab these. Doesn't matter what brand you get. I think they're all the same. This, I think, was bought from a local, what's the word I'm looking for? Not a thrift shop, but like a store that takes, that gets items that were maybe liquidated from a big box store due to a fire or a flood or whatever it is, when they claim it on their insurance, and instead of trying to sell every little thing, they just sell it in bulk to a store that then resells them at a profit. Sort of like a Martin's, if you have a Martin's in your area, or like an Ocean State Job Lots, or I'm sure you have something in your area. If you do, put it down in the comments. It's one of those stores where you go in there, you may find what you're looking for, you may not. It's different every time. But anyway, this is starting to lose heat. In fact, there's very little heat left in this. Still warm though. It's just not hot. So we'll have to see how long this video is after I end it. This is still really, really hot though. And the first one that I did, this square one here, very warm. Not as hot, but very, very warm. I think these blue ones, I think they last longer than this yellow one. But maybe I'll do a video where I time it and see exactly how long they last. That way we can get an idea of how many of these you do need in your pack and how long they last. You can kind of do a calculation if you are in a situation where you need these and you want to calculate how long they'll last and how you should ration them. That's not a bad idea. I might do that. But in the meantime, hope everybody's doing well. Jump online, grab yourself some of these. You won't be disappointed. They're not expensive either. They're super cheap. I can't remember exactly what I paid for these, but not expensive at all. And if you get those iron oxide hand warmers that you just have to throw away, it's a waste of money. It's an absolute waste of money. So anyway, guys, hope everyone's doing awesome. Let me know in the comments what you think about these. If you have any experience with these, if you have any other items that you think are super important to have in your storm kit, bug out bag, glove box, car kit, whatever it is. And in the meantime, love you all. Peace out.